principal here at Russell Public School.
I'm Mark Keeping. I'm the vice principal here at Russell Public.
And we're here today to tell you why you want your child to be part of our Russell Public family. So at Russell Public, we have a 2-track programming to offer to your family. In kindergarten, we have a 50-50 French immersion program where half the day the students are in English, half the day the students are in French. And that is worked out seamlessly through the day. And then once children get to grade 1, they have a choice of remaining in the 50-50 French immersion program or moving into what we call our English core program, where they receive 40 minutes a day of French instruction. That's a decision to make for later. But at Russell Public, we have strong emphasis on reading and math, and of course also mental health and all of the things that keep your child a well-rounded individual.
I've had the opportunity throughout my 13 years of working in education to work at several schools. And I can honestly say that at Russell Public School, the staff and their level of care for students far exceeds any of that I've been exposed to before. Here at Russell Public School, we believe that every child deserves to have a champion, and within this building, your child or children will find adults who care, adults who work together, and adults who have the sole focus of growth, development, and happiness for your children here at Russell Public School.
We have an amazing parent community as well. We have a very supportive parent council. We have a Safe, Accepting, Diverse Schools committee, because it's really important to us that all children feel safe and that parents feel that this is the best place for their child to learn and grow. So you'll hear from several other educators throughout the rest of this video, but we really want you to know that we all belong
at Russell Public School.
Hi there, I'm Mrs. Western. I'm an early childhood educator at Russell Public School, and I'm here to talk to you about how your children will learn through play at Russell Public. Now, in our Playbase program, we co-create our environment with the children. We ask them what they would like to have in the block corner, or what would interest them in the house corner. Then when we create that with them, they are able to label things, such as the wall, ou la mur. They come up with ideas such as checklists that would make their area more authentic or more efficient in their eyes. We have them draw designs of how they want to build towers or catapults. We also question why they build things in certain ways, and it sort of helps them build up justification and back up why they are doing certain things, and it makes them think, well, why am I building it this way? We also encourage self-regulation through learning through play, because it's not just them that's playing. They're playing with a lot of other little bodies, and those little bodies sometimes don't share very well. So in doing that, they learn how to self-regulate. Another thing that they learn is language skills and how to speak to their friends, because they're talking and they're playing together. So learning how to problem solve. If things aren't working properly, they either try and fix it themselves, or they watch another friend who's doing it a little bit differently, or they learn to come and talk to a teacher who may have a better idea on how to fix that. And that's all I have to say about play-based learning for today. Have a great day.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Madame Kishkis et je voudrais vous souhaiter la bienvenue dans notre famille scolaire. Dans notre école, nous commençons le programme d'immersion depuis la maternelle. La moitié de la journée est passée à parler en français et nous connaissons les difficultés de l'apprentissage de nouvelles langues et pouvons rencontrer les élèves à leur niveau. Welcome to the Russell Public School family. I am Miss Kishkis and I love teaching kindergarten with such a great kindergarten team. Our French immersion program makes learning another language fun by using music and gestures and hands-on activities, so our learners can become confident and successful. The French immersion program is strongly based on oral communication skills in an authentic situations, or real class situations, let's say, rather than written, so that it's not just memorization, but true understanding of questions, such as learning how to say I can, je peux. So we might ask a student while they're playing, est-ce que tu peux construire un tour? Can you build a tower? And they will learn to answer that question and actually understand what's being asked of them. Oui, je peux construire un tour. We'll also ask them throughout the day, such as when they're eating. Qu'est-ce que tu manges aujourd'hui? They don't even realize that they're learning to speak another language, and their vocabulary just flourishes. We also ensure that we celebrate the hard work because we do understand how difficult it is to learn a new language ourselves. So we hope to meet you soon in person. À bientôt!
Hi, I'm Heather McGill, and I'm part of the Kinder team at Russell Public School. I'm going to be speaking to you about English language arts. In kindergarten, we learn our ABCs. We learn the sounds that these letters make, which helps us in learning to read by decoding words, like detectives. We learn to write by encoding letters to form words. We read many books in kindergarten, usually focused on weekly or monthly themes. We interrupt our reading, often to interpret the books and ask questions. Why? Who? Where? What's next? We sequence the events of the books. What happened first? What happened next? What happened last? And we discuss the books at great length. Then we go to our desks and we write about the events in the books. First, we do that by drawing pictures. And then we start with 1- and 2-word sentences and eventually very long sentences. We read and write the room. Armed with pencils and clipboards, students run around the room, writing down the words that they find from pictures that are based on our themes. Every day, we take part in a program called Hagerty Phonics program. It is a wonderful program developed by speech-language pathologists that focuses on letter names, sounds, letter blends, rhyming words, beginning, middle, and end sounds for words. This exceptional program assists students in learning how to read and write. Through the self-discovery and play-based learning, students learn to read and write, and they find this both exciting and fun. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Mrs. Harris and I am the Health and Physical Education Specialist here at Russell Public School. I can guarantee you that your child will be receiving a quality health and physical education program. And what I mean by that is it's a balanced program, meaning that the children will get a variety of, learn a variety of skills with a huge focus on fundamental movement skills. Our program is diverse, meaning that the kids will participate in a very large variety of different games and activities. The equipment that we have here is absolutely fantastic. It's plentiful, and the kids are very motivated by it. And finally, to be honest, the children absolutely love their gym time here at Russell Public. They always want more, and I think that speaks volumes for the quality of the programming here. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Jill Miller and I'm a kindergarten teacher here at Russell Public School, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about our math program here at RPS. So our math program focuses on fundamental numeracy skills, that is counting and representing numbers, but we like to explore them in more than one way. So students might use a variety of manipulatives such as 10 frames and Reckon Recs, which are sort of like an old school abacus with only 2 rows. Both of these use bases of 10. We would also use dice, tally marks, dominoes, all sorts of different ways to represent numbers. And we also like to explore composing and decomposing numbers to help develop a richer understanding of numbers. So I might ask a student to show me 5 on their hand, and they would probably do this. Then I might ask them if they could do it using 2 hands in another way. Some students might show me 4 and 1, others would show me 3 and 2, and together we'd come to the understanding that those are all different ways to make 5. So the overarching goal of a lot of the math that we do is to help students develop more efficient mental math strategies to be able to really manipulate and understand numbers. So for example, if we were looking at addition, a student entering kindergarten would probably begin counting all. So if I asked them to add 3 plus 2 here, they would probably count the 3 and the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to tell me how many are there. Once a student becomes proficient at that, we would push them along to learn to count on. So counting on means they can start with the 3, they know they don't need to count them, they have the permanence of number, and they can just count 4, 5, which is definitely faster and more efficient. A powerful skill that helps students learn these mental math strategies and become more efficient with numbers is subitizing. So subitizing means just looking at a number, so say on a dice, and just knowing that that's 6. They don't need to count all the little dots. I don't know what students like more, the fun games that we play around subitizing, or when they actually get to use the word subitize when they're telling me how they came to an answer. Besides these core numeracy skills, we also like to teach students patterning, so creating and recognizing patterns, both using manipulatives and just in their everyday environment. We explore data management. The students love to make surveys and ask all their classmates their most burning questions. They learn to use tally marks and to add the tally marks and to start counting by 5 with the tally marks. We explore non-standard measurement. So for example, when we were shooting paper planes down the hallway and the students wanted to know how far they were going, we didn't measure in meters, we used pieces of paper, and they laid the paper out on the floor and they counted how many papers long their plane had flown. We also regularly discussed measurements of time, temperature, mass, etc. I think my favorite part of teaching math in kindergarten is how readily and creatively the students apply the concepts in their play. So from pointing out patterns when they're drawing something to all the 3D shapes that they find in the structure that they built, and really just the mathematical language and critical thinking that I find they use when they play and converse with each other. So I'm remembering, for example, listening to 2 students who were building a tower and their tower kept falling over. One student got upset and said, "It's not stable." So they put their heads together and tried to figure out what was wrong. They decided it was too heavy on top, and one of the students said, "Well, we need to build it with the bigger blocks on the bottom and make it shaped kind of like a pyramid." So they took it apart and built it that way and decided, yeah, now it is stable. And then they told me, since it's stable, we can build it higher than we could before because it's not falling over. So just stop for a minute and think about how many math concepts actually occurred in that conversation. And for me, that is kindergarten math in a nutshell.
Hi, my name is Jen Rigo. I'm one of the early childhood educators at Russell Public School.
My name is Melanie Cater, and I'm another ECE at Russell Public School.
Right now we're in our wonderful front yard with lots of mature trees, a large sandbox, a mud kitchen, and the ability to watch the community pass by.
We are very fortunate to be within walking distance to the Tweed Conservation Area, where we take the children weekly to explore seasonal changes, observe the wildlife that live within it, and how to care for and respect the environment.
Over here we have an example of an open-ended activities that we provide for our outdoor learning. For example, magnifying glasses, binoculars, colored water for snow painting, clipboards, and paper to sketch outdoor pictures, and an iPad to document learning.
Now we're in our kindergarten yard, where we have a wonderful play structure, a large sandbox, and green space in the back. The pavement has painted games such as hopscotch, hockey, and circles for large group activities.
We also have access to a large backyard where we can use things like swings, picnic tables, and go on nature walks to explore things like leaves falling, bugs, insects, and we do lots of ghost hunter games as well.
We value the opportunity to take our learning outside and recognize the benefits to outdoor education are endless. A few benefits are reducing stress, improving self-confidence, increase physical activity, promote creativity, and help foster self-regulation.